Hi everyone, we are live now. Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Sarthik Jain. I'm the head of community at Rescan and welcome to the first cohort of Learn.Build, an initiative by Reskill supported by Microsoft Azure and Azure developer community. Learn.Build is an initiative where we help you to make your first project in various domains like cybersec, DevOps, AIML, and many more. And this session is especially for the cybersec security people, those who have selected for the cybersec cohort. And we have none other than Mukesh Kumar Rao with us, who is a cybersecurity expert, mentor, trainer, and many more. How are you?
Yeah, I
Hello.
am good.
Yeah,
It's audible.
yeah, you are audible, Mukesh. And yeah, we are including the audience. I'm super excited to learn from you how we can build our first project in the field of cybersec and excited to know more about and you know learning the basics of cybersec, how one can start and how one can explore this domain. So Mukesh, the virtual stage is all yours and you can start by sharing your presentation.
Yeah. So once again, welcome all. So today I will just give an overview about the approach, how cybersecurity is actually work, what are the options are available, what are the things that we can learn and understand the flow, and then how we can integrate that projects on the Azure platform to get more detailed analysis. So let me share my screen little bit. Okay, yeah. So jumping, like if you go to the Azure portal, yeah. So for a beginner level, we have access from the Azure that we can access free account, and there we can build. So the full content will be like that. We will using the all the free resources and building some good projects that is available at free of cost. At any perspective, we don't require to pay anything on Azure account or the tools that we're gonna use. Mainly we go for open source. So I am logging and then showcase you a little overview about the Microsoft features, what are the things we have available, and how we can integrate that services to build a security solution that in an organization we are using currently, or maybe we can use for future perspective. And maybe you will get some more idea that we can integrate your ideas into that part. So let me just log in it. In the meanwhile, if anybody have got question or query, they can ask. So I'm just giving you overview that what actually this full project plan is and what are the things that we're gonna learn in this particular part. So I'm just using a free account to get a little idea. Let me go for okay. Let's select that thing. Okay, so that's the dashboard we have about the Azure portal. And if you are learning, so that will be good. You can start with the fundamental if you want to go into the administration and security part, or maybe if you are interested in the development or data science, so you can go for the data science fundamental or AI fundamental. That having a portal is also available there, you can learn. And from our community also you're going to learn lots of things in Azure development community. So here you can see this is the full dashboard. It give a little idea that you can start with this free access portal. There you will get 200 credits for the using different services. Maximum services are available free. So if you don't know what are the services are available free, you can just type free Azure trial or Azure trial. You will get the service details that you can explore all the free services from here. Okay, to learn and understand the overview, we will give you some more resources in the community. From there you can learn about the fundamental, how to deploy the service, what are the options are available. So these are the things that we're gonna use, like virtual machines, database access, event, and functionality. That is totally free as per the requirement. After that, if you utilize, it can chargeable, but this much is enough for our project building part, that we are focusing to build a secure solution, or you can say defending solution with integration of Sentinel. Okay, so that are the things that we can covering it here in that part. So here, if you go to the dashboard and if you click here in that part, so there you will get the list of the services that is available of Azure. So if you go to all resources, there you will get the full list also, like what are the things you need to do, what are the options are available. So right now you want to access, if you have the student mail ID, you can directly connect here and get the access. Or if you are a professional, you can create a new account, and then you can connect with this part, you will get the information. So there, if you go the resource, let me go to home. So here we have the all service access. So these are the all list from A to Z that Azure is providing. There you can see. So what we're gonna using it for the project that we are working on this full program part. So the first will be the compute, where we're gonna use instances like Azure Virtual Machine, or maybe we can go with the container service. But mainly we are going with the Azure instance part. There we're gonna learn and launch about how to deploy a virtual machine. Then what are the services we need to integrate. That will be the first part to do. We'll share some small tutorials that you can learn and do practice from your end, and I will be there in the group part, so we can resolve your queries or fundamentals if you don't know, that you will get a little idea. So the first service that we will including is about the compute. Then you will go to the identity. So in identity, you will get connectivity if you want to connect on-premise services to the on cloud. Let's suppose we are running Windows Server environment machines, so we have to connect with the Azure directory. So that is part we have available. Or if we want to create uh, third-party integration, we can connect with the Entra Connect to build. And after that, the services we have networking. So in networking, we will learn about how to connect virtual machines, then how we can assign public IP address to a specific one EC2 server or container service. Then how we can do the load balancing if server getting in a huge traffic access. Then how we're gonna maintain. So this is the part comes into the foundation in the network part, like network gateway, private network to connect with the DNS or website, public IP assignment. That are the things we're gonna do here. Local network connectivity if we required. And then in the security perspective, about DDoS protection we have, and firewall. So here we have DDoS protection, then you can go for firewall. So mainly the security services we are actually covering in the cyber security area. So this is opening, let me showcase you. So DDoS protection, if you talk, it's mainly about the protecting your end servers and the resources that you are using for further part. So there you can connect and get it. And in the firewall manager, you will get the all the resource management part, like any kind of attack is happening or any specific server is access to public resource. So somebody is trying to access without having the authentication or authorization. So how we can block, what are the rules and regulation we need to build, that will come into the firewall. And then we have the web application firewall is a different, it's mainly for the web servers, the website we are hosting. So there we're going to use this thing to integrate and provide for the specific perspective part. Then security group we're going to use to understand a private cloud part. There we are creating a specific resource in some specific region. So how we can do that are the things we're going to learn in the upcoming part. And then you can jump to the monitoring part. So in monitoring, we will see the resource performance. What are the resources you are using? which other resources are connected on premise network and on cloud, how they are performing, what are the options are available. This thing you're gonna check here. Like application insight will give you an idea about the applications which are running on app. Maybe you are launching a mobile application or API integration, so how there is performing on the cloud, that you can see in the backend part. Container is belonging to the Dockers and Kubernetes. VM Insight will be about the virtual machines that are running on Azure cloud. Network Insight will be the traffic, how the traffic is manage that thing. So you can see different resources we can monitor on a real time. Okay, if anything up and down comes, so we can manage that thing properly in real time. Then we will jump to the main core part about the security. So in security, of course, web application is a one part, but we will see some of the automation approach, because this is a new thing is coming in Azure. It is integrated, so that we will see application gateway and key vault part. We will see how users credentials are stored on Azure, how to do, and the main our projects that we are focusing, that main idea is this one, the Sentinel one. So Microsoft Sentinel, actually it's a premium service that is there providing. It's a SIM solution and threat management part. So right now I didn't have enable any subscription right now. I will do later and I will showcase you. But yeah, for a overview purpose, so Sentinel is actually used to do a real-time monitoring about the resources and do the management part of the endpoint devices, that is we are connected with on cloud resources as well as the on premise part. So that's how integration we're going to do, and there will be a flow of plan that we will showcase you what are the options we need to do, what are the steps we will do. So I will just give you an overview about these steps, like what is plan we have for the full projects part. So the first week we will go through, or you can learn a little bit about the Azure fundamental. I will sharing you the resources in the community group. So from there you can learn, in which we are focusing on the compute services, like how to install or deploy the virtual machines and then connect with the local machines. That little basics about the network services, that how you are connecting with SSH, how you are connecting with the RDP, what kind of network security firewall rules that you are building in that part, how you are managing, or simply if you say inbound and outbound rule creation, that we will learn. So this is more into the focus on the practical oriented part in a fundamental, and then you're going to learn about the IAM and security monitoring of resources. This is important in terms of the project that we are building on. So that is the first week plan that we're going to learn. In IAM we will learn about the RBAC, and then RBAC is stand for role based access control. So this is a feature is coming to the IAM, and IAM stand for identity access management. So any specific user, what kind of Azure resources you want to provide. If it is not an admin or administrator, what kind of specific resource you want to provide. Let's suppose I just want to give any specific user only virtual machine access, so that particular person have only user one. Let's suppose we have virtual machine access only. But if somebody required storage access, so we will provide only user two, because that is a specific person is managing the storage, creating database, connecting with the application, but there is no need for the virtual machine access. So user two will not get the access about the virtual machine. They all are part of same Azure subscription account, but having a specific role defined. So that management we do in the service in IAM, and then we will do the online monitoring, how the performance is going on, any kind of update or things we need to do, that we're going to learn. So that is the first week plan that we have. Then after that we will move further to understand what are the further things we're going to do, and what are the options we will learn in the specific part, that thing. Okay, so the resources and some technical practical documents I will upload into the GitHub repository that you will get into the group. So that will be the first part. You learn about the this thing. Then on the second week we'll go more into the approach, that will be understanding about the events and log management. Okay, this will be the second week plan. Reason is why, because sim solution that we are integrating, it's a SOC career perspective. Okay, this will be one of the demanding job nowadays in cybersecurity. So event and log management is needed, because we will see how to do practicals on the Windows event management part, and then understand that with the one single server, how we can centrally monitor all the events of each different host machine, which is running remotely, not having a physical access, because that's how the security operation center works. So there we will see event management and log management part, how it is work. Then how you can see the alert system. It's a core component of the overall about SIEM tool. Okay, so that is stand for security incident and event management. Okay, we have some tools. If in industry we use Splunk is there, QRadar from IBM. Then we have ArcSight is there, that you can use it. Okay, so these are the different options we have. We have Vazo, we have OSIM, and multiple we have. Okay, but for our project we are focusing into the Azure Sentinel as a major part, because not lots of experts are available on this tool platform. So the demand for the job perspective, you will be more higher with the less competition. If you go with this Splunk and QRadar, multiple users are know how to use, what are the indication is there. So in terms of getting a job, maybe you will get a little bit difficulty. But Azure Sentinel have lots of good features. It's a centralized system in cloud platform, so that will give a plus point comparing with the other vendors, uh, sim tools. So our focus will be more into this part. I will give you some overview about the different tools, but the project planning, the project that we are building will be on this part. So you're going to learn a hands-on approach about the deployment of sim, that is Sentinel. The configuration part we will do, so that you can learn in depth. And then we will do the monitoring, of course. And then we will do the real time detection if any kind of attack is happen. Let's suppose if we talk about DOS attack, brute force attack, is somebody is doing trying to get the SSS connection on a remote system. So how we can monitor that events and that thing, that we will see mainly on the perspective about the graphic approach, because in the fourth week we will go more in advanced part. Okay, so that's the overview about this second week that we will learn and get a little bit of overview in that particular part. Okay, then in the third week it will be focused on to the KQL query. So this is a Kusto query language that we use. So this will be from scratch. I will get you a little idea how to learn, how to do. It's little bit similar if you anybody knows about the SQL queries. Okay, so SQL queries we use for database to fetch information. Now maybe you're using MySQL database, PHP admin database if you are using, or Oracle database, or PostgreSQL or MongoDB. That depends on your application building part. Okay, so Kusto query language or KQL is used mainly for the Sentinel to fetch information from other cloud resources and endpoint devices, and then will be integrated onto the Sentinel tool. Okay, so how this thing is actually work technically in the background, that we're going to learn the fundamental of the query language, how to use, and some automation techniques. I will give you a little idea that we use in industry to make it little more advanced perspective, because normal queries anybody everybody learn and do this thing, but what actually we do in industry to make lots of connections or logs from maybe firewall we need to fetch, maybe we want to fetch some from network threat management tool or from firewall servers. So that are the things we're going to learn into the KQL part, and how to do the automation stuff. Okay, that will give you plus skill points, and of course while integrating this thing in a project will give you highlighted in your resume also. So that will be the focus part. And then one of the important area that we're going to learn, it's about the Min3 attack framework. This is mainly help you in terms of the threat hunting and threat intelligence area in cybersecurity. So what actually it is all about, if we say in a very simplified manner, so Min3 attack framework will give the a life cycle about how a malware is actually work, how and what kind of approach it is using to compromise a system, or you can say threat. Okay, so that full life cycle we can integrate, and this will also helping in the Sentinel to monitor and analyze that if any kind of zero-day attack or new threat is coming into the organization to try to penetrate, how the life cycle is work and at what time we can stop it, or just block that particular firewall uh, through that specific malware. So that is thing we're going to learn in the part. I can showcase you the website. So this is a open source framework. Yeah, I think, yeah. So this is a website we have. So it is divided into different matrices. We have mobile level, we have infrastructure, and we have enterprise. Okay. So if you go into the enterprise that we use for the Sentinel part, so this is divided into something like this technique. Okay. And here if you see, we have like recognize how initially a threat do the information and gathering, then try to develop some account and then get a initial access. So this tactic will help us to identify new type of threat in a real time. So if some threat is try to penetrate in our organization network or system at initial level, so we can block at that the same time. It will not goes to the credential access or lateral movement to get more into the internal organization network part. So that's how this thing is actually work. uh, to get a little more idea in the malware analysis we do, so there is one website called app any run. So this website we use for the malware analysis to analysis the activity and hierarchy about the malware. So it's an online platform, and if you go to the public access, so in public access we will get the Windows 7 to analysis. So these are the some public submission is done for the different malwares that they have found in their system. So if you take this one, so here you can see the activity of somebody and install an application, what kind of activities is going on in the background. Okay, so if you go to this, we have the graph is available. So this is how application is working. So what actually happened suddenly, if you have downloaded some unknown file or some cracked software from some third party. Okay, so when you click on it, in the background you can see how many different applications is executed. So some are related to command prompt, some are related to some services, and it will trigger some application that will creating a backend some information. And so it is like something minor, crypto mining tools that we use to install or learn. So that's how this application getting a malicious activity, and it will collect your system information and sending to some backend hacker server, where the hacker can steal your information, remotely control depending on the intention part. So that's how the activity or the life cycle you can integrate here. Then if you go to the Mintre attack framework here, so it will give the life cycle chain, like at which level that specific application is running, and there you can see them what kind of activity or travel they have done, like privilege escalation, bypassing firewall, getting some information, and at what time it will connect to the hacker. So this is a protocol information you will see here. Okay, so it's a very detailed analysis you're going to do, and this full integration is already available on Azure Sentinel. Okay, so that's a plus point you will get in this same solution. So after learning this thing on the third week, then we will come into the our fourth week where we will actually deploy our main project. So after learning all the fundamental and core things, then we will build our integration on the Azure and give you a solution that, yeah, this is the part how we can provide the endpoint protection system for the organization. Okay, and then we will learn about how to do the real time tracking on threat, and then we will see real time protection. So this will be more into the blue teaming perspective. Blue teaming we call as a defender, who actually defend your organization from real time of an attack. So they are called as a blue defender or defending team. Okay, but at the same time, while we are performing, we will also see to build that integration on Azure Sentinel uh, with the help of Azure part. So you can see the whole architecture will be built on the Azure, and we are using services there, but the endpoint will be connected to the local systems that are connected, and you can monitoring it on cloud at any time at any place. Okay, and for the simulation part, so attack simulation we also do, so that we can actually see that our solution is actually working properly or not, or it is monitoring on real time or not. So there we will use Kali operating system to perform some cyber attack related on a system on that part. Okay, so there you're gonna learn a little bit about the hacking tools that we will perform, and check out it that how this thing is actually work, what are the options are available, and then we will build that full solution in that part. Okay, so this is a full plan for the upcoming 1 month or 1 week. I will sharing you lots of technical resources, deployment part into the group, so you can learn and do practice whatever the questions and query come, all the implementation part. So I will provide you, and every weekend we have a doubt session, so that we will be on the track, and some of the if important part is there. So in the next week I will also showcase you practically how to deploy and what are the steps that we have to follow. But initially you can start learning. Meanwhile I will share you the resources into the group that you're going to learn about the fundamental and that part. Also we have done lots of boot camp on Azure fundamental, so you can watch our YouTube channel on Azure Developer Community. There you will also learn how to do the practical steps, and lots of event is also going on. So from there also you can take recordings and learn this thing, so that you will do hands-on practice. My main focus is to do the hands-on and hands-on more. You can integrate that thing, so it will give you a lots of value added in your resume, and it will help you a lot to get a good job in different companies that you are in applying for. So this is a full plan we have to complete after a 4 week challenge. Any kind of thing that you want to integrate, if you have idea to integrate something, that you can share in the WhatsApp group that we have created. So we will integrate that thing into this project part scenario. So this is mainly for the defensive approach that we are building to secure from hackers, to secure from new type of cyber threat that coming in industry. This is a more demanding solution is needed at a certain part. Okay. Meanwhile, you can go through WhatsApp. There, we are sharing more things, so you will get learn. Okay. So this is all. We get some questions. Yeah, I think, yeah. There we will create a GitHub repository. There you will get all the things for a beginner level. So I will share you the roadmap for the cybersecurity, how you can start your career in cybersecurity, mainly into the Azure security or cloud security part. Okay, so there we will cover more things. I will share more resources, and we can solve it. Okay. Anything related to project? Anybody have any question? I think it's all clear about the roadmap. I will share this notepad file also, so you will get a little idea more in that. Meanwhile, if you have got any question or query, you can ask in our group that I am active. And yeah, so that's all for the today. For any question and query, we will create one more meetings like this way every weekend, so you can ask and learn things. Right now it focus on this part that you can learn the basics and fundamental. Any kind of questions and query come, you can ask. You can create Azure free credit account, so from there you can do a deployment part also, and learn basic things. So this is a link. I will share this link to the chat group, and also we do that particular part in the WhatsApp group also. Okay, so I think this will be shared on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, so there you can learn more things. Meanwhile, any kind of questions related to projects, you can ask in the WhatsApp group. Okay, guys.
Yeah,
So hope you have enjoyed. Understand the flow map or for the project and learning part. So our focus will be more and more practical things. The more you're gonna try in this month of time, you will learn lots of new things. Yes. Yeah. So over to Lakshit. Yeah. Anything anybody have to ask? I think your mic
Lakshit, you
is
are on mute.
yes.
Yeah, hi. I guess there's some internet issue at Lakshit end. Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the lovely session. It was a great to host you, as well as love to see the enthusiasm of audience. Would love. I guess we have the next session on next weekend on Saturday.
Yes.
So all of you, please be prepared and please revise the basic concept which sir told today. Sir, if you have any other study material to share, PPT to share, just share with us, or you can share on the group. I guess you are on the group.
Yeah.
That's all for today's session. And yeah, thank you very much, sir, for coming. And also, guys, you can share your learning for today's session on LinkedIn, Twitter, tag Mukesh sir, so that he and Reskill EasyDev can see your post and repost from their own handle. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.